Sports.
And welcome back. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the Gulf Coast Triathlon. Athletes swim, bike, and run a combined 70 miles, which is the same distance from our studio here on Harrison Avenue to the Florida-Alabama state line. Personally, I'd rather drive. It all started at 6 o'clock this morning. 1,700 people took the plunge in the Gulf of Mexico just behind Boardwalk Beach Resort. The water was actually very nice, 75 degrees. That made the 1.2-mile swim bearable. Next, it was to the bikes, 56 miles. They rode from Front Beach Road to Highway 79 and then to Highway 388 and back to the boardwalk. Finally, a 13.2-mile run down Thomas Drive. The first athlete to cross the finish line, Mike Neal from British Columbia, Canada, 4 hours, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. And the first woman was Carol Sharpless from Atlanta, 4 hours, 39 minutes, and 40 seconds.
The water was a bit rougher than usual. Yeah, it was like the last couple of years I've done it, the water was a lot flatter, but there's some chop out there. But I just got on my wife's feet. My wife was out there racing as well. I got on Rachel's feet and just kind of sat there, and she pulled me through a lot of it, so it was okay.
Very sentimentally awesome, but bittersweet. I mean, Andrea had a mechanical, and that's obviously worthy of mention. She would have had this race, so it's bittersweet. I mean, she had a flat out there on the course, so it's really not fair. But you know, that's how the day goes. You just roll with it.
Here's the top 3 women to finish. 36-year-old Carol Sharpless finished first. Andrea Fisher from Austin, Texas had the flat tire. She finished second. And Gabriela Loskotova finished third. As for the men, 35-year-old Mike Neal first, Daniel Moss second, and Zach Rubel finished third. The first local athlete to cross the finish line was Helen Libby, a Rutherford High School teacher.
From Panama City Beach.
Exhausting, but I finally broke 5 hours, which is what I wanted to do. So it was lonely on the course, but the weather was perfect. The water was awesome and not very windy, just hot, but that's given.
And Helen also mentioned the reason she competes in triathlons is so she can eat whatever she wants. And rain in Darlington canceled the Dodge Avenger 500 tonight. Now, while Dale Earnhardt Jr. waited out the rain, NASCAR inspectors found an illegal part on the fender. The right wing of his car of tomorrow was mounted incorrectly, and NASCAR confiscated the part. As for the race, it's the second straight week it's been postponed. Lots of rain, lots of lightning. Check that out. They'll give it a go again tomorrow, noon Central Time. And Tiger Woods has the biggest crowd of fans everywhere he goes. Second biggest will go to the other fan favorite, Phil Mickelson. After a slow start to the year, Lefty's game is picking up. Leading after 2 rounds at the Players' Championship, Phil liking his chances for birdie on 4. He gets it to go. Mickelson, 369, all alone in second place, 1 shot behind leader Sean O'Hare. But here's the shot of the day. Peter Lenard, his second shot, par 5, second hole. And how good is this? Lands it, and it's got a track straight to the cup. An extremely rare double eagle. Great shot. And Tiger, by the way, he'll have some work to do on Sunday. He is 14 strokes back. And Braves looking for their 5th win in a row in the midst of a 10-game road trip. Taking on the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Top second, no score, 2-on for Atlanta. Scott Thorman. Thorman, yeah, see ya. Hits Tony Armas' pitch out of here. A 3-run shot. Braves up 3-0. Braves pitcher Chuck James pitching well. Bottom 6. Bravo's up by a touchdown. Chuck strikes out Chris Duffy looking. James took a no-hitter through 6, but it was broken up by Jason Bay in the 7th. No-hitter was over, but the Braves still win. 9-2 is your final. That's all for sports. Stick around. We'll be right back.
At Bohan Furniture.